Here is an excerpt from my upcoming memoir, Worthy, Finding Hope, Healing, and Purpose, by Brandon L. Moore. Caution, graphic depictions of violence. But stopping didn't erase the damage. I believed for years afterward that something inside me was broken. I carried that belief in silence, afraid and ashamed, certain that I was alone. Then came adolescence and a different kind of humiliation and violence, one that felt emphatic, public, and defining. I was in 9th grade. My parents decided to move us back to South Dakota from Minnesota, near where we had lived before, 30 miles north of the farm where we had lived 3 years prior. I didn't want to leave our place in Minnesota. My brother and I had a kind of ownership there, and my dad hit my mother less when we lived on that farm. Maybe he was happier there, or maybe William, older and bigger then, made him think twice. My new school was old, so old it had a 3rd-story fire escape that ran down the side like something out of another era. One Friday, a friend and I decided to leave the door unlocked and sneak into the school over the weekend to ride that slide. My friend brought 2 girls, which made the idea feel even more daring. We grabbed dry erase markers from classrooms and flung them onto the shop roof, imagining the chaos Monday would bring when teachers couldn't write on their boards. Monday came and the joke was over. My group of friends gossiped about the stunt, and before long, I was called to the office. The county sheriff sat there with a kind of stare that makes your stomach drop. He explained the charges: breaking and entering, destruction of property, theft. I was terrified of going home. When I walked in after school, my mom was calm on the surface, but warned me that punishment would be my father's to deliver when he got home on Friday. The week dragged like a countdown. Every day I dreaded the moment he returned to the house. On Friday, when I got out of school, he was already there, a beer in his hand. My brother and sister were sent to a movie with friends, and so my parents could talk to me alone. I don't remember it all clearly. Pain often fogs itself into a blur, but I remember standing in the kitchen trying to explain what we had done. He built steam. He started screaming, calling me a disgrace. He was looking for a response that I did not have. When I couldn't give him what he demanded, he charged. I ran out the front door thinking being outside, maybe neighbors watching, would stop it. It didn't. He tackled me on the gravel driveway, hitting me as he pinned me down. My mom was there on the driveway with us, and I thought for a fleeting second that she might tell him to stop, but she yelled, "Get him into the house." I felt betrayed by her. He dragged me by the neck and arm into the living room. I was forced to my knees in front of the recliner. He gripped the hair on the top of my head in his fist and held tight. He put his knee on the side of my head, using his weight to hold me into the chair. He had a handful of my hair in one hand and punched me in the face with the other while he asked rhetorical questions like, "How dare you disrespect me? Who do you think you are?" My head hurt. My knees hurt. Most of all, my feelings hurt, deep inside. I could see the big picture window, and in some broken corner of my mind, wondered whether I could break free and jump through it just to stop the pain. At that moment, I wanted to die. The assault felt endless. Horrible experiences stretch time in a way that makes them seem longer than they are. It must have lasted under 2 hours because by the time my sister returned from the movie, I was outside trying to calm my sobbing in the cool spring air. But the memory of my father's boots in the gravel, the sound of his fist hitting my face, of his knee pressed to my head, the image lodged in me. When it was finally over, the family ritual reasserted itself. I admitted I was wrong. I apologized. They told me not to let it happen again. The performance of reconciliation put a bandage on something that could not be bandaged so easily. I was left feeling different from my brother and sister. I was alone in a way I didn't know how to name.